Hi friends, how is everybody? I thought it would be fun to read a story because we used to be reading stories at school all the time, lots of stories. So I have one of my favorite stories, and I think you guys liked it a lot when we read it back in the fall. And it's called The Clay Boy. I don't know if you remember this story. If you're watching this with a sister or a brother or a grown-up, make sure that you don't tell them the ending. But if they get a little scared, you can let them know that it has a happy ending. Okay? All right. The Clay Boy. In the village where I was born, there lived a long, long time ago an old man and an old woman, Grandpa and Grandma. One day, Grandpa found a piece of clay and fashioned a little clay boy. He put him by the fire to dry and said to Grandma, "Our children are all grown up and they're far away. We'll have a new child now, so we won't be alone anymore." The clay boy dried out by the fire, and suddenly he started to move his hands. Then he moved his feet. Then he jumped and he said, "I am here and I am hungry." Grandma gave him some milk, and Grandpa gave him some bread. In a wink, the clay boy gulped it all down and cried, "More! More! I want more!" He ate, and he ate, and he grew, and he grew. He ate up all the food in the house and still cried, "More! More!" But they had no more. So he went outside and he gulped down the chickens. And then he gulped down the geese and the cat and the dog. And he got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then, gulp, he swallowed Grandma. And then, gulp, he swallowed Grandpa. And then, thump, 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 he went out of the house on his big clay feet, and thump, 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 he went down the street. He met two women that were bringing water from the well, and gulp, he swallowed them, pails and all. He met a peasant with a wagon load of hay, and gulp, he swallowed the peasant and the wagon and the horse and the hay. Thump, thump he went, and gulp, gulp, he swallowed everyone he met until there was nobody left in the village. And still he cried, "More! More! I want more!" He came out into a field where a little white goat with golden eyes was grazing on a hill. "Oh," he cried, "I found more food! I'll eat you now." The little white goat looked down at the clay boy and he said, "I'm ready. You can eat me if you wish. But don't trouble to climb all the way up this hill. Just close your eyes and open your mouth and I'll jump right in." So the clay boy closed his eyes and opened his mouth and waited. And the little white goat bent down his head, aimed his horns, and took a great, wide leap straight at the big, fat belly. Crash! The clay boy broke into 100 pieces, and out tumbled Grandma and Grandpa, the chickens and the geese, the cat and the dog, and all the neighbors, and all the pails, and the cart, and the horse, and the hay. Everybody laughed and sang and danced around the little white goat. They painted his horns golden to match his eyes. And they said, "We shall never forget how the clever little goat saved our village from the greedy clay boy." The end. So I hope you like that one. I'll pick some more favorites and read them to you on some different videos. Bye. Missed you all.